Welcome children. Geography, 4th chapter, Agriculture. Introduction. In the process of agriculture, plants get transformed into different finished products. This process involves economic activities of three different types. These activities can be divided as primary activity, secondary activity, and tertiary activities. Under primary activity, all those jobs which are connected with production and extraction of natural resources are involved. Few of the examples of such activities are agriculture, gathering, and fishing. Process of this natural resources is classified under secondary activity. Weaving of clothes, manufacturing of steel along with baking of bread is an example of such activities. With the help of services, tertiary activities provide service and support to primary and secondary activities. Advertising, transport, banking, trade and insurance are examples of such activities. A crucial example of primary activity is agriculture. The activity involves process such as growing flower, fruits, vegetable and crop and rearing of different livestock, animals such as sheep, camel, etc. Around 50% of the population across the globe is involved in agriculture activity. In India, two-thirds of the population is still involved in agriculture. In order to carry out agriculture activity successfully, favorable topography involves climate and soil. Arable land is a type of land where crops of various types are grown. Following map illustrates different places across the world where the activity of agriculture is concentrated around those regions across the globe where required factors in order to carry out agriculture activity exist. Do you know children, there is a different kind of cultivation, that is agriculture, sericulture, viticulture, pisciculture and horticulture. Agriculture, the art and service of carrying out cultivation on the soil, rearing livestock such as sheep and raising crop is known as agriculture. Farming is another name of agriculture. Sericulture, the rearing of silkworms in order to carry out rearing for commercial purposes. It helps to supplement a farmer's income. Viticulture, when farmers rear grapes for commercial purposes. Pisciculture, when fish are bred in ponds and tanks, especially for that purposes. Horticulture, when fruits, vegetables or flowers are grown for commercial purposes. Important inputs of agriculture, that is machinery, seeds, fertilizers, labors. Farm system. Farming or agriculture is also identified as a system. Few of the important inputs of agriculture are machinery, seeds, fertilizers and labor. Weeding, plowing, sowing, harvesting and irrigation are some of the important operations involved in the process of agriculture. Dairy, crops, wool and poultry are some of the output of this system. That is, the operation of agriculture includes weeding, plowing, sowing and harvesting. Types of farming. There are different ways to practice farming across the world. Based on the availability of technology and labor and geographical conditions, demand of produce, farming is classified into two categories: subsistence farming, commercial farming. Subsistence farming. In order to meet the needs of the family of a farmer, this type of farming is followed. Household labor along with the technology of low level are used to produce output on a small scale. This type of farming is further classified into two parts: intensive subsistence agriculture and primitive subsistence farming. Intensive subsistence agriculture. Here the farmer takes the help of more labor and tools of small size in order to cultivate his plot of land small in size. Few farmers are able to grow more than one crop in the same land. In the case manages to have sunshine for a greater number of days, and the soil manages to remain fertile. The most important crop is rice. The examples of other crops are maize, oilseeds, pulses, and wheat. Intensive subsistence agriculture is mainly practiced in areas which have a thick population, such as East, Southeast, and South Asia. These areas mainly receive rainfall during the season of monsoon. Primitive subsistence agriculture, it consists of nomadic herding and shifting cultivation. The practice of nomadic herding is prevalent in arid as well as semi-arid region of Central Asia and Sahara. In India, the system is prevalent in Jammu and Kashmir along with Rajasthan. In the process of nomadic farming, a herdsman that travels with his livestock from one place to another in a well-defined route is ordered to get food, water, and fodder. Some of the commonly reared livestock animals are yak, sheep, camel, and goat. Herders, along with their families, get hides, milk, wool, meat, and other items from the livestock animals. Farmers usually practice shifting cultivation in regions such as tropical Africa, northeast India, Amazon basin, and certain parts of southeast India. These regions have thick forests and get heavy rainfall, and vegetation could be generated quickly. In this process, the herders clear a piece of land by cutting all the trees and then they burn it. Then they mix its ashes along with the soil of that region. Crops such as cassava, maize, potatoes, and yams are mostly cultivated. As the soil starts losing its fertility after one or two crops are cultivated on that piece of land, farmers abandon that land. They move to a new piece of land. Another name of shifting cultivation is slash and burn agriculture. It is known by different names in different places across the world. In Mexico, it is known as milpa. In Brazil, it is known as roca. In Northeast India, it is known as zooming, and in Malaysia, ladang. Commercial farming. In order to sell the products obtained from rearing of animals and growing of certain crops, commercial farming is performed. The amount of capital involved in this process and the area where it is cultivated is in large amounts. Machines are used to carry out most of the work. There are three types of commercial farming. Commercial grain farming. In this process, the farmers grow crops for commercial purposes. Few of the examples of the commercially grown grains are maize and wheat. Some of the major regions where farmers practice this type of farming on a large scale are temperate grasslands of Asia, Europe, and North America. These areas have large farms that are spread over hundreds of acres of land and have sparse, that is thinly population. However, the farming is restricted during the winter season as the winters are harsh. Due to this, the farmers grow only a single crop throughout the year. Mixed farming. The farmers use the land in order to grow fodder and food crops. Along with this, they also rear livestock. Mixed farming is carried out in regions such as Argentina, Europe, Southeast Asia, South Africa, and New Zealand. Plantation farming. In this type of commercial farming, the farmers grow a single crop of sugarcane, coffee, cashew, tea, cotton, rubber, or banana. This process needs labor and capital in large amount. One may process the products at the farm or even use the nearby factories. The areas where such farming carried out need to have its transport network developed. One can spot the major population regions around the tropical areas of the planet. Few of the examples of such plantation farming are tea in Sri Lanka and India, coffee in Brazil, and rubber in Malaysia. Major crops. The global population has seen large growth rate in the last few decades. In order to feed the growing number of stomach, farmers across the world grow different varieties of crop. The crops are also grown in order to get raw materials for those industries which are agro-based. Crops such as maize, rice, millets, and wheat are some of the food crops. Grown on a large scale, cotton and jute are examples of fiber crops. The examples of widely and beverage crops are coffee and tea. Rice. A large section of the world population eats rice as the basic food. Hence, it is considered a major food crop. Usually, people residing in subtropical and tropical regions consume a lot of rice. In order to grow rice, a region must have high rainfall, humidity, and high temperature. Usually, the alluvial clay soil is best to grow rice as it is capable of retaining water. China is the leader producer of rice across the world. Other major countries that grow rice are India, Sri Lanka, Japan, and Egypt. The regions such as Bangladesh and West Bengal have certain favorable climatic conditions, due to which farmers are able to grow 2 or 3 crops in a year. Wheat. A region must have moderate rainfall and temperature during the harvest season of this crop. Loamy soil, which has been drained well, is go for sowing wheat. Crops such as wheat can thrive well when sown in such a soil. The USA is a major producer of wheat, followed by Ukraine, India, Canada, Australia, and Argentina. Winter is the best to grow wheat in India. Millets. These crops are an example of coarse grains. They can be easily grown in sandy soil or those soil which are less fertile. Millets need adequate temperature and less rainfall to grow. Ragi, jowar, and bajra are examples of millet crops which are grown in our country. Nigeria, and China are few of the other countries that grow millets. Maize. To grow maize, the farmers need moderate rainfall as well as temperature with sunshine in adequate amount. The soil that is being utilized to grow maize should be fertile and drained well. Farmers from different countries such as Mexico, North America, India, Brazil, Russia, and Canada grow maize. Cotton. Those farmers who grow cotton need to have light rainfall, bright sunshine, high temperature, and at least 210 days should be free from frost. Alluvial soil and black soil are the best for growing cotton. India, China, Egypt, Pakistan, USA, and Brazil are the leading producer of cotton. Jute. Earlier, this plant used to be known as golden fiber. Alluvial soil is considered best to grow jute. Needs heavy rainfall, high temperature, and humid climate in order to cultivate jute as a crop. Bangladesh and India are two of the major producers of this crop. Coffee. A region needs to have wet and warm climate and loamy soil which is drained well in order to grow coffee. Coffee is mainly cultivated in the slopes of hills, mainly in Brazil, India, and Colombia to cultivate coffee. Tea. It is a type of beverage crop that is hugely popular in our country. The cultivator grow it on plantation. The area where it is being cultivated needs to have rainfall in a well distributed amount and cool temperature. It helps the tender leaves to plants to grow properly. Gentle slopes along with well drained loamy soil are the best location to grow tea plantation. The owners of this plantation need trained laborers in huge numbers in order to pluck ripe tea leaves. Sri Lanka, India, Kenya, and China are few of the countries that produce tea of high good quality. Agriculture development. The collective efforts that are made in order to meet the increasing food demands of the growing population so that farm production could be increased is called agriculture development. The various ways to increase the agriculture development in a particular region are: number of crops grown, cropped areas are being increased, irrigation facilities are being improved, introduction of high yield varieties of seeds, use of quality good fertilizers. Another important aspect in order to boost agriculture development is mechanization of agriculture. Its ultimate goal is to increase food security. There are different ways to practice agriculture in different places across the world, depending on temperature, climate, rainfall, and type of soil found in an area. It is decided which crop would be grown. The developing countries mostly register a high growth rate in population. In these places, intensive agriculture is practiced at high rate. Farmers grow different crops on small holdings for the purpose of subsistence mostly. Countries such as Australia, the USA, and Canada are meant to have larger holdings to carry out commercial agriculture practices. Let's take example of agriculture practice in a developed and developing country. Farming in India and farming in USA. A farm in India, that is a developing country. In UP, Gazipur district, there is a village named Adilabad. A farmer named Munalal resides in this village with farmland with 1.5 hectare. His house is located on the mainland of Allahabad. He purchases seeds of high varieties from the market every alternate year. Basically, his land is fertile due to which he is able to grow two crops every year. He takes the advice of his friends, elders and government officials regarding different practices of agriculture. Sometimes he uses traditional methods such as taking the help of bullocks to plow the field. On the other hand, he rents a tractor, which is major threat method to carry out agriculture activities. Apart from that, he rents a tube well from a nearby field in order to carry out the irrigation process. Munnalal also owns a few hens and two buffaloes. He sells the milk of these animals to a cooperative society for extra income. He also takes advice from experts regarding what kind of fodders should be served to animals. His animals have undergone artificial insemination and he takes steps to protect their health from time to time. His family members also help him in order to carry out different activities on the farm. He also takes loans from nearby banks to buy high yield variety of seeds. He sells his agriculture products in a nearby mandi. Farmers like Munnalal do not have access to storage facility. Hence, they are forced to sell their products even when the market is not favorable. The government of India has come up with different storage facility in order to help such farmers. A farm in USA, that is a developed country. A farm in USA is much larger as compared to the ones found in India. Typically, the US farms have a size of around 250 hectares. The owner of this farm resides here itself. Sugar beet, soybean, cotton, and wheat are few of the major crops that are grown here. Joe Horan is a farmer from Iowa State's Midwest region. He owns a farm whose size is 300 hectares. Mainly, he grows corn on this farm. He takes adequate steps to check the quality of fertilizers being used and water is supplied as per requirement. Joe also sends the soil sample from his farm to labs present in the region in order to check its nutrition value. With the help of this, he plans a scientific fertilizer program for his farm. He has linked his computer with the satellite. With its help, he can assess a clear picture of his field. He uses pesticides and fertilizers as per requirements. He takes the help of combine harvesters, tractors, levelers, seed drills, thresher, and other tools in order to carry out different agriculture operations. Further, he stores the grains in an automated grain storage, which is further dispatched to different market agencies for sale. The farmers of USA work as businessmen and not like peasants and farmers like India. Thank you.